YouTube, what's up? Holla at your boy. It's your boy Young Black back again. Uh, I know I made a video already for Mortal Kombat, but I thought I'd make another one just for the simple fact I went to the store today and they still had collector's editions in the store, so I decided to pick one up because I am absolutely loving this game. I mean, I said it in my last video, but it's just really taking me back to the old arcade days. But the game is really more than that. Like, it's really amazing. I mean, the level of detail in the game is immaculate. Like, when you pick the same character, some like say I pick Scorpion and my friend picks Scorpion, and you know the game has real-time damage in it, meaning that when you beat a person up, they clothes rip, their face gets the black eye, there's blood on them. It looks like they really been in a fight. Now, what I noticed, I don't know if everybody's noticing this, but what I noticed is that the damage isn't the same on every character. Meaning that if we both pick the same character and I beat you up and you beat me up and we both got the same amount of health at the end of the fight, your damage is not going to be identical to my damage, which means all of the damage is not fully pre-rendered. Like there's a stage where you walk under there's a blood, like a fountain of blood. Sounds crazy, but yeah, it's a fountain of blood, and it's shooting blood over your character's head. So if you back up enough, because you know it's a 2D plane, you can't go in the background, it's just forward and back. So if you back up enough, your character actually walks under the blood, and it'll actually get on your character's clothes. I was just like, wow, they really went in with the level of detail for this game. I mean, they really went in. I mean, the X-rays was enough, but after I got over the X-rays and started really paying attention to stuff like the backgrounds, like, oh my god, man, I didn't say that in my last video. It's like I had to make another video for certain stuff. The backgrounds are some of the best video game backgrounds I've ever seen. I mean, I've ever seen in a video game, because not only are the backgrounds crystal clear, full HD, high polished, the backgrounds look like there could be a game going on in the background by themselves. I mean, the background, like there could be a platformer or something going on in the background. That's how well it looks. Like it's built to do something more than just be looked at from a distance. It looks really good. Like there's a stage, I think it's the pit, where you can look over to the next pit, the next bridge. That's a pit also, and there's two guys over there fighting. I don't know who it is. Maybe somebody does. Leave a comment if you do. There's two guys over there fighting, and I just sat there for a second and just looked at the fight. It does recycle the animations over and over again, but it looks real as hell. Even at a distance, the fighting there looks like somebody's really fighting in the background. And they do that on more than one stage. And I came to find that they not only do they have fighting, there's stuff happening in the background. Like there's dragons breathing fire on the Kratos stage. Guy is climbing up the side of a temple, and as she's climbing up, she's so huge, it starts to break the temple apart while you're fighting in it. And at one point, the wall in the background actually falls out, and you can see Gaia's whole face on the God of War stage. I was just, wow, man. I mean, the level of detail in this game is immaculate. It is immaculate. I'm also hearing that people that bought it on the Xbox 360 are finding that it plays better on the PS3, which I kind of knew. Once you start seeing exclusive characters in a game, you know, multi-platform game comes out, right? And then one version has something special in it and the other version doesn't. Most of the time, that means that the developers are tending towards that system with the special content. You know what I mean? Like, there's something special there to basically make you want to buy the game more for one system than the other, which means to me that they developed more of the game focusing on the PlayStation 3. And the game is immaculate. I mean, it's just pure arcade fun. I actually ended up buying 2 copies. I got I got a copy on launch, a regular edition, and then I said, I'm having so much fun with this game. I want a collector's edition because it's worthy of having. Like this game is so good that the collector's edition is worthy for my collection. It made me a believer in Mortal Kombat again. You know, I know the story's wacky, it's crazy. A lot of it might not make a lot of sense. It's comical a little bit. It's just outrageous. But it's fun. It's just good. I wouldn't say clean or wholesome, but it's good fun. You know, you sit there with your friend, make sure you're all adults, There's no kids running around because you might scar them for life with the brutality that's in this game. I mean, it's just totally brutal. I mean, there's so many characters and there's so many different X-rays and stuff. It's like there's so much stuff to see. The crypt, there's like millions of things to unlock. You can walk around in a graveyard and unlock. It's just amazing. I mean, this game is amazing. And all you developers out there should take note. Like, if you've been paying attention to my videos, I'm a Street Fighter-aholic. I love Street Fighter. Street Fighter 4 is one of the funnest fighting games I've played in my whole life. All the Street Fighter games are like that. I can play any Street Fighter except for the very first one, which was actually called Fighting Street, that you could download for the Wii. I tried that. Totally standoffish. I didn't know. I was like an alien. It was like, I didn't know what the hell to do. The Hadouken didn't work. Hurricane Kick didn't work. The timing for the game was totally different. So that was just a totally different fighting game. But every game after that game that came out, Street Fighter 2, all of that, like, I love those games. Like, I play them at any time, you know. But Street Fighter isn't without its gripes, you know. Street Fighter made me look and be like, okay, I love this game. The gameplay is making me forget everything else that I don't like about the game, or that the game is lacking. You know what I mean? Like, the online for Super Street Fighter 4 could be a lot better. I mean, the servers aren't that good. You get in a match and it's lagging. So it's like, what's the point of keeping tracks of wins and losses when half of the wins the guy got, half of the losers I have are from playing laggy matches? That's not fair, and they still get counted. Okay, so if you're going to do something like that, developers at Capcom or anywhere else, if you're watching these videos about what we gamers want, if you're going to make a fighting game or anything where it's versus, make sure that the servers are steady so that we can actually get a full, even match. You know, not half the match. Oh, dog just sneezed. Not half the match is in slow motion, or the other half of the match is just totally freezes and we get disconnected. God, he's sneezing a lot, huh? Oh. Oh. I cleaned up my house. I mopped the floor with a little bleach, and it's fucking with his nose. He's alright, though. I don't want to mess around and kill my dog with bleach by accident, but he's good. I didn't use too much because I know he's in here. Plus, I got kids. But his nose, he's a dog, obviously. His nose is real sensitive. But, make sure you go get the game. Also, since this is like the celebration of Mortal Kombat this week, the same day that, the games came out, the movies came out, and I picked those up today, too. Okay? Well, this way. Everything's reversed on YouTube. But, I gotta thank, Straight Up Reviews for, doing a video about these, because I didn't know they came out with Mortal Kombat on Blu-ray on Tuesday, the same day as the game. So I gotta thank them. Good looking, Straight Up, because it made me want to go. Even though I know everybody said these movies suck, why would you want to buy that? It's like buying Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Street Fighter was horrible. I would never buy that on Blu-ray. I've seen it on Blu-ray. I would never buy that on Blu-ray, just because the context of the characters are so retarded. Ken and Ryu are thugs. Sagat's like a real mafia boss that walks around in a suit. And Bison is my man Raul Julia. That's the only highlight of that movie, is that Raul Julia is in it, the guy who plays Gomez in the Addams Family. That was his last movie before he died. And he's a really, really good actor. I couldn't see nobody else playing Gomez. So he played a character that was just hard to play. You know, like, you couldn't see nobody else but Jim Carrey playing The Mask. Like, who else could play that role? Raul Julia was Gomez from the Addams Family. He will forever be Gomez to me and many people. And nobody else could replace that role. If they make a remake, they better do some damn good casting, because I don't think you're ever going to replace that guy for that character if they ever do a remake of the Addams Family. But yeah, besides that, the Street Fighter movie was horrible. I would never buy that on Blu-ray. They took all the characters and put them in different contexts and different roles. Hold up a second. I just need a little palate cleanser. Ugh, ain't like I really cleanse the palate. That's, what is it? Vodka and ice. You know what I mean? Trying to get a little saucy right now. Ain't nobody here. Have a drink or two on. Ain't nobody here. But yeah, that movie was horrible. They took the characters and took them all out of context, put them in places and had them doing things that they would never do, or they over-exaggerated them, like Zangief being really stupid, and E Honda was Japanese. In that movie, he was Hawaiian. Like, we didn't notice that was I think it was Yokozuna, one of the WWF wrestlers at that time, played E Honda. Balrog was retarded. He wasn't even Balrog. He wasn't a thug. Balrog should have been a thug. They made Balrog a hero that basically worked with E Honda and Chung Li. They all work together. Balrog, E Honda, and Chung Li. They have nothing to do with each other directly in the Street Fighter series, but for some reason they just put those characters together. It just made no sense. It was horrible. Horrible. Like, I watch it on cable just because it says Street Fighter and to laugh at it, but it's a bad representation of one of the world's greatest fighting games. Now, the Mortal Kombat joints, on the other hand, they're not awesomely great either. They're not the best game movies ever made either. But they're not totally horrible. When you were little and you seen these movies, and back when Mortal Kombat was the shit, and everybody loved Scorpion and Sub-Zero, like everybody loves Ken and Ryu, and you watch this movie and you've seen those characters come to life, and the movie was done in not perfect tone, but in a good enough tone that it kept close to the source material enough that it made it manageable and watchable. You know what I mean? So, not to say I give the movie a pass in no way. It's not perfect, but neither is Mortal Kombat. You know, so the movies kind of fit in with the series to me. It's not perfect. They made it a little bit goofy, but they in the first one they tried to make it a little too serious, and then it was like, okay, the fact that they were trying to make it so serious made it like, okay, I can't take this as serious as y'all trying to make it because it's just too goofy. You know, guy with like monster teeth, Baraka, and he's got like claws. It was like, come on, man, I can't get used to that. It's not realistic to me. I know that's from other realms and shit, but it's just, I'm not gonna get used to that. You know, I've gotten as deep as I could get into Mortal Kombat. I've learned a little bit of the backstories. When I was younger, I knew a lot more. I'm getting back into it now to learn more of the backstories. I know they restarted the story in the new Mortal Kombat, but those stories are still plausible, because even though Raiden ends up basically, you know, because at the beginning he says he's going to change the future, those stories are still plausible because they still happen in the Mortal Kombat universe. Whether they change them or not, they still happen. They still are happenings in the universe. So I'm glad that I researched all of that, and I still want these movies as, you know, nostalgia purpose to help celebrate the homecoming of the new Mortal Kombat. All right, buddy. I know I opened the window for you already. You'll stop. All right. Yeah. Come here. You want to say hi on YouTube? You want to say hi on YouTube? Come here, buddy. Come here. And I don't know if you guys can see him. Huh? That's my big monster. Oh, God. That's Daddy Doggy. That's Daddy's pit bull. Yes. Yes. All right, get down. Everybody don't want you in the computer. But yeah, real gamers stand up. I'm not going to keep you guys too long, but I might keep you for the next 2 minutes. Just why not, right? If I can. Let's see if what I got to show you lasts that long. Also bought Goemon. I think that's how it was pronounced. Goemon. It's a live action version of an anime, and I seen the trailer for it. And the way the trailer looked, it wasn't an HD trailer, but it was a trailer for the Blu-ray coming out. And the trailer, I've never heard of this movie, I've never seen the anime or anything, but the trailer looked so good with the special effects, and the story seemed like it was okay. I was like, I have to see this on Blu-ray. It just looks amazing. Amazing. So I can't tell you much about it, except for go watch some trailers. The trailer will make you want to watch the movie, I guarantee you that. Also, I went and I seen they had IP Man 2 on Blu-ray. I didn't see IP Man 1, but I saw IP Man 2 on Blu-ray. If you don't know what IP Man is, look that up. IP Man is Bruce, the guy who taught Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's master. There's a movie about him, his story, and he's a monster. And Donnie Yen plays IP Man. Well, Yip Man, that's his real name. Yip Man, IP for short. So go check that out too. Also, Naked Weapons, another good martial arts joint. Here's the collector's edition. I'm not going to open it and unbox it because everybody's done that at this point, so it's no point in me doing it. Just wanted to let you guys know what's happening in my collection right now. Keep you abroad on everything that's happening. You know, really good detail. Everybody's told me the statues are really good. They're heavy. Even though the box feels a little light to me. I don't know. Feels a little light to me. But Mortal Kombat's back. We should be loving it. Real gamers stand up. See, this is real game for a real gamer right here. This is a real game for real gamers right here. Real gamers stand up. Alright, man. I'm gonna hit y'all in a minute. comment, and subscribe.